Shalom, 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 family, and hello to you. JD and I will be live with you guys in about 3 minutes, okay? In about 3 minutes, we will be live. Enjoy the music in the meantime. Shalom, family. JD and I will be live with you in about less than 2 minutes from now. Enjoy the music in the meantime. Shalom, 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 family, and how are you today, Jada?
I'm doing great, Sister Shawnee. How you doing, sis?
I'm doing good, my beloved sister. How are you?
Good. I can't complain. Today's a great day, and I just enjoyed my day, and hey, that's all I can say.
Yeah, I just want to take time out and I want to acknowledge a brother that is in the house. And I want to take time out and acknowledge Brother Dreadlock, Will, who happens to be my brother and the husband of Jada. And I want to ask you a question, Jada.
Yes.
Did Will give you those lovely flowers that I see right there on your profile pic?
Yes, he did. He's a wonderful husband.
All right now, Brother Will, you doing something right, bro. No wonder why Jada loves you so much. But we want to jump right on into it because there's something very serious that we want to talk to you about, family. And I posted about it earlier this week on Facebook. And I had sisters reaching out to me, asking me when I was going to talk about it on YouTube and if I was going to go live or if I was going to make a video about it. And Jada and I, we was going to record it. But then we said, why don't we just go live and let you guys, experience what we say to one another firsthand. So we're going to talk to one another like we normally talk on the phone, but we're just making you aware of what's going on. White supremacists have taken over a whole county in California.
Yes.
Yes, I said a whole county in California. They have warned non-racist European Americans to get out. They are using tactics of intimidation, fear,
yes,
and open publicly threatening these people. They have told Black people to get out of these townships and get out. Thank you, Mom. And to get out. Dad, she burnt that hot dog. I'm sorry, family. I just was looking at the hot dog and I'm like, wow, that's seared all right. But anyway, they have taken over this county. They have warned European Americans to get out. They have warned Black people to get out, family. And white people, European Americans, they're taking flight. They're heeding the warnings and they're taking flight. And you have some Black Americans, they're heeding the warning too, and they're preparing to get out of there. But then, you always have those particular group of Black folks that they don't want to leave. How are you going to overpower a whole county of white supremacists and white nationalists and military groups? How are you going to do it?
Right.
When there's only a couple of you, right, Jada? Am I right? What do you have to say about that, Jada?
You're speaking truth. It's ignorant on their part, because if you're the 2% out of the 98%, you're in trouble. So the warning is real. I will get out of town.
Exactly. The warning for your life and the life of your family members is very real. So I'm gonna stop the music right here. I want to tell y'all something, family. StreamYard is getting kind of good. They got their own preset music. And this is the one that I saw I listened to that was the nicest out of them all. So I chose this one. But I'm going to be using this in some of my live videos. So get used to this sound, family. So let's get on into it right now. Let me share my screen. Let me stop the music. Let me share my screen with you, family, who I love so much. I'm going to bring up. Let's bring up the first one. Okay. Here we go. I hope that you can see that on the screen, Jada. Can you see that?
I definitely can.
Okay, and this is coming from The Guardian.
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead, Jada. Yep. Read that headline for me, because I see it in smaller format, and I don't have my glasses on. So go ahead and read that, Jada.
Yep. California County recalls top official, giving militia aligned group a path to government.
A path to government. Yes. Okay, so I want to make y'all aware of this, that the United States government, they know about this and they did nothing about it. They let it happen. Okay, Jada, so you want to read just a little bit, Jada, and then we'll move on to the next one?
Sure. Voters in far northern California have solidified the ouster of the Republican county official giving control of the Shasta County Board of Supervisors to a group supported by local militia members. Leonard Motti. Did you want me to read the rest or
Oh
just
yeah,
want to read?
just read a little bit more.
Okay. Leonard Motti, a retired police chief and Republicans with decades of public service, lost his seat in a recall election in one of California's most conservative counties.
Yes.
The,
Okay.
mhm.
Jada, you're doing good right there. But I want to move on to the next article because I want you to see, family. Now, the Guardian is reporting this, and we know that the Guardian is nationwide. Now, I want you to see another article. That this first article was on February the 4th, 2022, right? Let's move on
Yes.
to another one. This article is from February 3rd. See, they're getting concerned now. It's also two coming out from the Guardian. Okay, Jada, read that for a sister, please.
Okay. Did you want to go on to the next article or you wanted me to
I'm on
read
the
the
next one. I'm on the next one. This is the next one.
Oh, it is? Okay. Supervisor Leonard Motti ousted after 2 years of threats and increasing hostility over pandemic health restrictions. Shasta County in Northern California has been rolling with tensions over pandemic health restrictions. That's what it says.
Okay, now this is the what did you say, Jada? It was the oh Jada, come on now. What
You
do you
talking
think?
about the Shasta? Oh, okay, right. Shasta County in Northern California has been rolling with tension over pandemic health restrictions. And that's what
Man,
it said. Talked about Leonard Motti and how he left after the threat. Even he had to leave after the hostility.
even an elected official had to leave after the hostilities after he got recalled. But I'm gonna see, family. I'm gonna show you these newspaper articles, and then I'm gonna show you actual videos, family.
Right,
Because see, this is the illusion, the facade that these people have come up with. They are white supremacist groups, and they have
yes.
come up with this illusion, this facade, this lie. What did you say, Jada, when we was
A
talking about it
facade.
earlier?
You said it right. You just said it.
Okay,
Facade.
a facade. They are using the mandates and they're using the vaccination as a cover for their real purpose in this township. And the
Right.
people fell for it, family. So that's the second article I've shown you, both coming out of the Guardian, one on February the 3rd, one on February the 4th. Now let's move on to this one. This one right here. Yeah, I showed you that one. I showed you that one. Let's move on to this one right here. Go ahead, Jada. Jada? Jada, I know it didn't drop you. Jada, where you at?
I'm right here. Was yours buffering? I was buffering for a second. I'm sorry about that. I mean,
Oh,
my
okay.
my my signal may have been jammed. Can you go over to the next article? Because this is the same
This
one
is
I
the
had
next
just read.
article. This is the next article.
Oh, it is?
This one,
Okay.
yeah. This is this one. Go ahead.
Uh, okay. Supervisor Leonard Motti ousted
No, are
for
you reading the headline? What
yeah.
happened here?
That's what I have on my screen.
I
I
think
don't
my
have an.
screen might have froze. Hold on 1 second. Let me
Uh
stop this. I think my screen froze. Hold on.
But this is crazy, and nobody wants to talk
Um,
about it. But you
Windows
talking about
trying
it.
to exactly. Windows want to play games. We're not gonna play that game. So let's bring
No,
this one up. Can you see it now, Jada?
I can.
Okay.
California, California recall race bellwether of far right militia groups pivoting from fringe to local politics.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Okay. All
Wow.
right. All right. Here we go. You see the hand sign?
I do.
All right. Here we
I
go.
sure do. All
You
right. All
already
right.
spoke about the mayor. Family, you can I'm gonna drop the link so you can go up and read the newspaper articles because I want to get past the newspaper articles and I want to start showing you guys some video. All right. So let's go down to this video right here. Oh, what you see right there. This is coming from, I got to give credit to the B. On YouTube, they have a YouTube channel. I will drop the link so that you can go up there and you can watch the whole video because I'm not going to play the whole video. But what you see going on right there, family? Jada, what you see
Wow.
going on?
I see a lot of craziness. I'm gonna read a little bit
No,
of
you see
what.
two people. You see two white supremacists. You see
Right.
one doing a white supremacist gang sign. Now, you know what, family? It's awful funny because they hate us so much, but yet they copy everything that we do.
Exactly.
So you see white supremacists now, they never used to make gang signs before. Now they're throwing up gang signs. And the other one is bent over. That's an Adolf Hitler thing going on right there.
Oh, that is so true.
That's an Adolf Hitler move.
That
Okay,
is so
now
true.
let me play this a little bit for you, family. Fair use. If Okay, it's not going to play in this format, but that's okay because I got the video anyway. This is the newspaper article, family, and that you can go and you can watch. Now let me move over to the next one. I don't know if you can see that. I'm gonna have to stop the screen. Stop the screen for a second.
Mhm.
I can
Wow.
pull this up, but before I pull it up, let me just say fair use. Fair use. I am speaking on this matter and I'm showing videos on this matter to inform my community over events that are happening in real time, that are public knowledge on the internet. It is being spoken of, and on YouTube. It is being spoken of on a range of platforms. So fair use. Then I'm going to put up the Freedom of Information Act because I am informing my community of events that may or may not affect them and may or may not be dangerous to them. So I'm going to put up the warning again, and I'm going to put up the disclaimer again before I play this video. Now I'm getting ready to play a video for you, family.
Mhm.
Let me just get it. Let me just pull it up. Here we go. And I'm going to play this video for you. Let me take away the fair use. And let me hide it. And let me play this video for you. Okay. Here we go. I want to
have finally
first let me give credit to this man. All right, from Undisputable. I want to give credit to him. His name is Rashad Richey. And I want to say to you, Rashad Richey, thank you, sir, for bringing this information forward.
Yes.
I can't speak for all of the Black community, but I can speak for my Black community. I appreciate you, brother, that you
Yes.
bringing this information forward, warning the Black community about what's going on. So let me play a little bit of this video.
Allies have finally taken over one county in America. They have successfully done it. Let me bring your attention to California. It's a place called Shasta. Okay. Nearly 53% of the county elected to recall, let's put his picture up, the supervisor, Leonard Modi, who, by the way, is known to be a sensible Republican. A Republican former Reading police chief following almost 2 years of threats and conspiracy theories over the board's pandemic safety measures. So basically, this guy was saying to his other guys, hey, nobody stole an election. There's no extreme conspiracy theory of people who live on another planet coming to take us over. None of this is real, QAnon. None of this is real, militia group. So he was that guy, all right? Sensible Republican. So they outed him. They ousted him. This feels very much to me like the Nazi Party in the early 30s of Germany. That's what Mr. Modi, the sensible Republican, told the local television station. Where, they came out with their brown shirts and they intimidated people. They bullied them into silence. I'm proud that I stood against anarchists, extremists, and white supremacists wanting to take over our country. As a lifelong resident of the county, I'm very concerned with this change in leadership and its effect on our community. Damn, sounds like he's making good sense to me. But obviously the conspiracy theorists, the QAnon people, the militia of his town thought otherwise. Modi, his family and supporters face threats from militia members and their allies, including militia member and mask opponent Carlos Zapata, over public health measures and what some saw as insufficient support for gun rights, okay? Here's some of that video.
I don't blame you for wearing masks because I'd be hiding my face too if I was you. I'm telling you right now that we're being peaceful. And you better be happy that we're good citizens, that we're peaceful citizens. But it's not going to be peaceful much longer, okay? And this isn't a threat. I'm not a criminal. I've never been a criminal. But I'm telling you that good citizens are going to turn into real concerned and revolutionary citizens real soon. That we're building, we're organizing, and we'll work with law enforcement or without law enforcement. But you won't stop us when time comes because our families are starving. Because this is a warning for what's coming. It's not going to be peaceful much longer. It's not going to be rah-rah. It's not going to be speeches. It's not going to be gathered outside saying a Pledge of Allegiance. It's not going to be waving flags. It's going to be real. When you've seen the things that I've seen, I went to war for this country. I've seen the ugliest, dirtiest part of humanity. I've been in combat, and I never want to go back again. But I'm telling you what, I will to save this country. If it has to be against our own citizens, it will happen. And there's a million people like me, and you won't stop us.
Let me just pause it right there, family. I'm leaving it on the screen, but because I want to show you more of this video.
That man,
but
his side.
Let me just pause it right there. This guy said that he's not threatening anybody, and then he turns around and he threatens people. Am I correct, Jada?
You're correct. He's a terrorist.
He's a homebred European American terrorist. Exactly. And I'm gonna show you more of what this man said. All right, but I just wanted to point that out, family. He said he didn't threaten, and then he issued a threat. He is threatening the local council, family. He's in the city hall doing this. But there's more, family. I don't want to play all of Brother Rashid's video, but I want to show you a little bit more. This man that Brother Rashid is getting ready to talk about. This man is in the wealthiest top 1% of this country. He is richer than rich. He comes from Connecticut, but he has ties to the movie industry on the East Coast and on the West Coast. I want you to listen to how this man gave money to this militia group, and it's only a small figure. He gave almost $1 million to them of what they know about. Now, what about the money that we don't know about that this man gave to them? So let's get into it. Once again, I'm going to say fair use, and I want to bring attention to the fact that Dr. Rashad Richey put this out on his show, Undisputed, and I say to you once again, brother, I thank you very much. So let's play this part.
Interest of Connecticut film producer who donated $450,000 to the Recall's Political Action Committee nearly 2 years after donating $100,000 to the campaign of the current supervisor, Patrick Jones, who celebrated Modi's ouster. The 60-year-old spent years unsuccessfully battling the county in court because of business deals, all right? So now they are in control.
Did you hear that, family?
I heard it.
Our brother said they are in control. Family, they're not in control of just one township. Family, they are in control of the whole county. Do you know how big California is? And they're running it now. And it was a rich European American who was in the top 1% of the country that gave them over $500,000. Didn't he say 450,000 and then another 100,000? That's $550,000 he gave to them. And that's only what we know about, family. That's only the money that we know about. That's how this white supremacist, white nationalist militia groups was able to take over this county, family. Now, I want to show you another video because I don't want to use too much of brother's video. So let's move on to another video. Let me clear these tabs for a second. Give me a second, family. Just let me clear these tabs. But I will drop the links for you, family, so that you can see the videos and you can go up and you can read the newspaper reports. Oh, here we go. But before I do that, family, before I show this one, I have to put up Freedom of Information Act because I am making my family aware, my community aware of what is going on and the danger of this threat.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to put up the fair use notice because I am using this video to make my community aware of the danger that they may or may not face. Okay, And once again, I'm gonna put up the content notice because, like I said, I am using this video. So now that we got all of that out the way, let me drop down this screen. Let me stop sharing it, and let me bring up the next video. Get ready, family. Get ready for this one. Let's bring him up. Let's bring up these three beautiful sunshines. Playing Nazis in America. And let's hear what they have to say.
Yeah, and just know that we're in charge now. You know, it's no longer our board of supervisors telling us what to do. It's no longer the state. You know, we're the sons of bitches in charge.
You're scared of what's going to happen? Scared if you get this? Stay home. Order out. The rest of the world doesn't need to shut down because of your views. So, and if you want to try to make us think that your views are the only things that matter, fuck around and find out.
And so,
wait a minute, was that a threat?
Yes, it was.
That was a direct threat that was issued. And what did he tell them? Until they can get out, he told them stay home and order in.
That's what he said.
They don't even want black people. They don't want non-racist white people on the streets in this county, in Shasta County.
You know what it reminds me of? The last movie, that last Purge. That's what this was about.
Ooh, Purge the Resurrection, right?
Oh yeah. It was exactly that's. Mm-hmm.
Now I want you to pay attention to this woman right here, family, because she is a white nationalist. She is a white supremacist. She is a part of the militia group. Right here, you see her speaking in a council meeting, but you're gonna see her speaking somewhere else later on. Let's listen to what she says, because she's gonna sound so polite. She's gonna sound so non-racist. She's gonna sound like a good European American woman. But then we're gonna see something else.
because we are in the First Amendment, we want to tie a knot at the end of this and hold on tightly, because otherwise we're going to slide into the Second Amendment, right?
Uh-oh. Don't that look like a church to you?
Sure does to me.
Doesn't that look like a church to you? Now let's see what Miss First Amendment sliding on gasoline with racist white cloth on. Let's see what she's gonna say now.
It is our declaration that we are not happy with what our elected officials are doing. And we are going to call them on it. We're going to expose them, and we'll replace them if we have to.
Wait a minute. She wasn't saying that previously.
Right.
Well, now she's talking about exposing them and replacing them, right, Jada?
Oh, yeah, she got real bold. In a church house, Christian.
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. She getting real bold in a Christian church house. Okay, let's move on.
So after we faithfully do the First Amendment, then we can resort to the Second Amendment.
Here's the thing.
You guys lie and threaten people too, so not worth a drive.
Wait a minute, did he clock a gun?
Yes, he did. Click.
Yeah. Okay, now let's see what she got to say.
No, back in the day, we didn't give people like this a voice. Back in the day, people.
What people is he talking about? Back in the day, they didn't give people a voice. Jada, what people he talking about? Come on with it.
Black people.
Hello. Back in the day, they didn't give black people a choice.
That's right.
And look what he said. Got run out of town.
Oh, yeah. But that's, that sundown state. Don't catch an eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Hello. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch up. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Catch him and lynch him.
Right.
Okay, let's go on and let's hear what Mr. Upstanding, patriotic, European, American white supremacist has to say. Homegrown terrorists.
People got run out of town.
So when you go out and you say stupid shit, there's consequences to that.
But if you continue to do your job, if you continue to fuck other people, just because it's your responsibility or your duty to fulfill the wishes of your corrupt bosses, fuck you.
So when the ballot box is gone, there is.
Wait a minute, family. Wait a minute. You know what he looked like. Them same people that's trying to claim our identity. Let's hear what he got to say.
Cartridge box. You have made bullets expensive, but luckily for you, ropes are reusable. Thank you.
What you need bullets for if you're so peaceable? What you need a bullet for?
Right.
All right, let's go.
All the while trying to convince your constituents you're for the people, the game will be up. We will stop asking. So-called threats will eventually become realities. Passive.
Wait a minute. Did he say so-called threats will eventually become reality?
That's what he said.
That sounds like to me an open threat on
You're
the
right.
lives of people.
Mm.
And is Joe Biden knows about it? Is he getting involved in it? No. All right, let's go on.
Resistance will become active revolution. Discourse will become wholesale disruption. And the ordinary man and woman will become the extraordinary warriors. You are complicit in much more than purple tear tyranny. The destruction of a life of freedom bestowed by God and stolen by you and your unholy comrades will mark your legacy and engrave your epitaphs. The blood of the innocent victims of Shasta County will not easily be scrubbed from your hands.
He said the blood of the innocent victims of Shasta County will be on their heads.
Mm.
Wait a minute, that don't sound like to me. They're talking about a mandate to wear a mask.
Right.
That don't sound like to me. They are talking about vaccination shots.
Right.
Okay, let's go on.
I just don't want to see it because I think I want to just drive up there and shoot a motherfucker. You know, you come out to where we live, you know, and you're getting killed.
Wait a minute. Did he just say that if you come into the county that he lives in, you're going to get killed?
That's what he said.
That's what he said. That is an open, direct threat. Okay, here we go.
People think they're so fucking funny. I always get the last laugh.
Please excuse the graphic language that Mr. I haven't taken a bath in a week is saying.
Exactly.
We would be having this conversation 5 years ago, and the conversation would go something like this. Oh, if they ever made me shut down my business, I would kill them, right? If they made me wear a mask, I would shoot them in the face. You know what I mean? I don't believe in hitting a woman, you know, but somebody like that maybe needs to get beat.
We could have Jesse Lane here and not say that if you are one of these people that chooses to stand against us and chooses to snitch on businesses and go around trying to get people shut down, we will find you, and make your life very unsafe.
Wait a minute. Is that another threat from Mr.
Yes,
I haven't taken a bath in a week?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Comfortable, so that's got to be said as well.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right. We have a vaccine for tyrannical government. You don't want us to fucking use it. So step up, man.
That I want to address these people that think that.
Oh, let me just say this. This man right here, they are in their public council or hall, and he's going to make some real interesting statements right here.
It's a good thing to do to go around ratting your neighbors and your businesses and your local.
He is talking about non-racist European Americans calling and reporting on them, white supremacists, white nationalists, white militia groups, calling the police, calling the FBI. That's what he's talking about. Listen.
Towns off. Don't think we're going to forget who you are, because we're not going to. We know who you are. We see the lists.
Where they getting the list from?
Right.
Where they getting the list from? Remember, I told you that they have taken over the whole county. Even the police force is filled with them. So that's what he's talking about, the list.
I don't want you in my community at all. I mean,
didn't I tell you he told them to get out?
Yeah.
He kicking them out? Jada, was you going to say something previously?
No, that we better just wake up, because it's like you said, this is not the only town.
Exactly.
You know,
we better
so
really wake up.
Mm-hmm.
Let's continue with Mr. White Nationalist, White Supremacist Militia Group. Pay attention to the badge that he got on his shirt.
I mean, to me, that's the lowest. You can justify it in your mind all you want to, but if you'll rat somebody off and harm their way of life and the
way of life. You mean their way of life as a white supremacist, as a white nationalist, as a racist race soldier in a militia group that practices white supremacy? Is that the way of life he's talking about, Jada?
That is.
Exactly. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
The ability they have to make a living over a coronavirus with a 99.8% survival rate. You'll do it over worse things.
That's a facade. These white supremacists are using that as an excuse to recruit. And I'm going to show you, family, because I have a video. White supremacists are now going door to door like Jehovah's Witnesses now. Yeah, I have the video and I'm going to show it to you on this live.
Things when it really counts too. And we just don't need you in our community. I don't even want you here. So go move off down to San Francisco or somewhere where your kind live, because I don't want you here.
Wait a minute. What is your kind? Your kind is non-racist European Americans? Is that who he's talking about, Jada?
Right.
Didn't he say he don't want you in his town, in his county?
That's what he said.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on to Mr. I haven't taken a bath in a week. I gotta stop it. I gotta point this out. The heavyset European American man at the ending of the table who has on the United States flag as a shirt. When he turned around, take a look at him. Don't he look like Adolf Hitler, overweight man?
and with that, since we're not pulling any punches, just know that we also are collecting intelligence. We also have people on the streets. We know where you live. We know who your family is. We know your dog's name. So if you think for 1 second that we're going to let you spy on us without us doing our due diligence and spying on you, you're absolutely wrong. So just know that when next time you think about calling in because a Palomino room is open and has people in there, and because we're having a good time, or because Dill's Deli is allowing people to sit inside, or whatever business it might be, if you think you're anonymous, you're wrong. Your anonymity ended a long time ago. And we don't talk about everything we do, but just know that we know a lot more than you think. And you are not going to be welcome in this community, like Woody said. We're not going to make you feel very comfortable in our community. It does not matter how.
I want to stop right there. Because how is he able, as a white nationalist, white supremacist, militia group, how is he getting this intelligence on the community? Family, you better pay attention to what he's saying. Because he's telling you how he's getting it. If the police department are all white militia, white nationalists, white supremacists, when you call into the police station to report something, that's what he's talking about, the list. This man is literally telling you that the whole police department in every every township in this county are white supremacists. Okay, let's move on.
And you are
because we're gonna see the little gremlin come up next. But this gremlin is listen, pay attention to what this gremlin says.
Not going to be welcome in this community, like Woody said. We're not going to make you feel very comfortable in our community.
It does not matter how many people may get sick or die. Capitalism and freedom are inextricably linked to each other. We are publicly naming and shaming each and every one of you. We are going to make sure that your actions are permanently linked to your name.
Wonder if all these rats snitching on businesses would be brave enough.
Wait a minute, I thought he said that he didn't care, that they got their own stuff going on. Now he's talking about something. I wonder if all these rats. But it gets interesting. Let's listen to what he's going to say.
To be transparent and not anonymous. I wonder if they couldn't be anonymous if they'd still be snitching. We have been pushed to a point of violence.
Pay attention, family. Pay attention. I really think you guys should start paying attention to InfoWars, because he was able to do this interview on InfoWars, a national platform. And he's going to say some very interesting things as well.
You don't vote your way out of socialism. Once it takes root, the only way to eradicate it is to fight with arms, to have a violent confrontation, to have blood in the streets. And to say that, but it's a reality of where we're at. You don't, because by talking.
Wait a minute. You want blood on the streets over a mask?
Right.
You want like the other guy said, the blood of the innocent. So if a white supremacist is telling you the blood of the innocent, then he know they killing people at will.
That's right. That's right.
Rallying by even voting, you fix that mechanism by violent overthrow. You fix it by storming the chambers and forcibly removing those people that are oppressing you. You change things by rallying the troops to take up arms, to learn how to use their guns, by stocking food, by making bases, making compounds, and getting ready to fight. And listen, we're prepared.
Wait a minute, he said making compounds. They done turned the whole county of Shasta, California into one big compound. And they are mobilizing, family. Hear me clearly. They are mobilizing with weapons. And the police are not reporting them because they are the police. They are the city council. They are the board of education.
Yeah.
They are the mayor.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Jada, go ahead.
And he just talked about how he fought in the war. He's former military. So just not only him, but look how many of these white supremacists are former military. So we better be thinking. We're not dealing with stupid people, even though, they acted, but they were trained by the military. So we better get our game tight.
But you know what, Jada? This is the interesting thing. It's no fun when the rabbit has the same kind of, equipment too. When you can go blow for blow and you a better shooter upper, bang, bang, than they are.
Right.
But let's go on and finish listening to what he has to say.
To do that. I've had so many people reach out to me and tell me, hey, look, I went out and bought a gun. I went out and learned how to use a gun. I took some classes. I'm practicing every day on how to shoot this gun. We avoid the war by becoming normal right now.
Did you hear that, family? People that are joining this group, they are training them. They going out and they buying guns and they are being trained by these ex-military men and women to kill people that look like me and you.
Right.
All right, let's continue.
We got to take off our masks right now. We need to go outside and live our lives like this never happened, because it is a hoax. That's how you deal with hoaxes. You ignore them. You don't abide by them. You don't comply. You don't wait for things to change. You walk outside your house every morning and you live your damn life. This is the Wild West out here,
And that's what they're doing, family. That's what they're doing, family. They want people to believe that this is a hoax, that they are not doing this. When in actuality, they training, they running drills, family.
Exactly. Yep.
They building trenches out there. They turning the whole county into a bunker. Let's continue.
We're a big country, but out here in the West, we still have that fight pioneer spirit, and there's people who are just fed up right now. We've had enough. They know it's a hoax, and they're not only offended and affronted, but they're ready to act. And now they want revenge. We want our time back, right? It's like the guy who prison for 20 years and then gets out. I'm going to want some revenge. A dog doesn't have teeth. All it has is a bark. And before you know it, nobody's going to listen to that dog. And our teeth is our ability to pick up our arms and fight, and I'm not a violent, well, I shouldn't say that. I am a violent individual. And when good men are willing to do bad things, great things will happen, and it's going to be ugly for a little bit. It's chaotic. Well, their mechanism to enforce their agenda is instability. They're going to try to topple and destabilize our society every single day. So it's up to us to gain that stability back. And the only way you fight that is with violence, Alex. I hate to say that, but there's going to come a time. I mean, look at these clowns in the streets. Let's call them what they are. They're savages. They're animals. And they better be thankful.
Wait a minute. Who he calling a savage? Who he calling an animal? Who is
right.
This man is making an open threat to people of color all across America nationally. And what did he say? They're using it as the word gets out about them. They're saying it's a hoax, it's a threat. They're looking for people that look like me, people that look like you, to ignore the threat when it's told to you. They're looking for people on this live to watch this live and just treat it as if it's nothing. Ignore it. And they coming for you, and they coming for you in every state. And I'm going to prove it to you.
I said in my speech, be thankful that we are good and thoughtful citizens, but we're not going to be that much longer. And we're way past.
They're not good. They're not thoughtful citizens. They're evil. They're homegrown terrorists.
That's it.
I mean, this is way over. At this point, Alex, my business is open. If they were to shut me down right now, I would put up the call, and there'd be hopefully 100,000 people there with guns ready to fight them. And I don't think they want that fight at this point.
Ooh, did he really say that?
Yes, he did.
All right.
Yes, he did.
Let's continue, and then I want to stop because I do want to show y'all the white supremacists that are going door to door like Jehovah's Witnesses.
Told you I always get the last laugh.
Wow.
Wake the fuck up. Open your restaurants. Get back to normal now. COVID's over. If it ever was a thing, take off your masks and declare some kind of victory over your own fucking life.
What if we all got guns and we went to the Capitol and we said, hey, you're not doing that. There's more of us. There's more arms in the hands of American citizens than there is in the top 7 militaries of the world, okay? More arms. There's 6 million registered hunters, like avid hunters in this country. That's an arm. That's bigger than the Army, okay? You're going to tell me that those people aren't going to fight? You're going to tell me that those people can't take over a state capitol somewhere and put a gun to somebody's head and say, no, you're not doing that. We're not allowing you to do that. This is our country, you know?
They already did it, family. We saw that.
Right.
We saw that. They already stormed the Capitol.
Right.
And that should have been a wake-up call to a lot of you. I'm not going to play too much more of his video, but I am going to drop the link for it. Oh, let's just see what he has to say. Let's see what she got to say. Let's hear her.
Place for backup and let them know I know that Carlos Zapata.
Wait a minute, is she in a church? Is that a podium behind her? Jada?
Yeah, it looks like a church.
Oh wow, here we go.
Has made that offer on Facebook. So, Patty, if you want to take advantage of that.
I'm sorry.
I do know, no, that's fine. Brenda was just saying, that there has been an offer that if there are, that if you think there could be something problematic, I know publicly Carlos Zapata has shared that he would be willing to come and help out. Yeah. So,
so now you got white supremacists crossing state lines to help out other white supremacists in this county that has multiple townships in it. Woo.
Wow.
Didn't they do that in what's that movie, Rosewood, where the white supremacists, they started in California and they went all the way up to South Carolina, but they met a squad of European Americans who were cops, and they told they told them, we got good, you know what's here, and they didn't want them there. They did that in Rosewood. So now they trying to relive Rosewood.
Right. Right.
If you need some help, I know that he has made a public offer. So I would maybe reach out to him.
Just so you know, if you see Carlos and I with our masks on, we're there to do bad things to you. So just know that.
Militia, it really is the kinetic force. When our words end, we need a kinetic force, and the militia becomes that. It becomes the actual man, woman, and hopefully not child who's armed and ready to restore, what's rightfully ours.
But if there was 10 million.
Wait a minute, what's rightfully theirs? Excuse me. Do any of them look like indigenous North Americans to y'all?
Not a lick. Not a one.
They look like European Americans. And the reason why I say European Americans, because they all came from Europe.
Right.
I don't see no feathers. I don't see no bows. I don't see no drums. I don't see no horses with hand painted right on their behind.
Right.
I don't see none of that right there. So what are they talking about? The country belongs to them. No, bro. You came here and invaded North America and killed over 500 indigenous North American tribes. Don't even exist anymore.
Right.
And I know that for a fact. I'm not talking about something I know. You better go and get that book, 1877. That'll tell you some stuff about what they really was doing to indigenous North Americans before America was America. But let's move on.
In Californians that were in the militia, you think the government would have a different way of doing things? If half of California was a militia, and when they got out of line, we started rolling to Sacramento to have a little talk with them.
Now, what does that tell you, family? That tells you, that should wake you up and tell you, they looking to expand. They are looking to expand in California and take it over. It's funny because I don't see none of these guys going into Compton. talking this nonsense. I don't see none of them going into Crenshaw talking this nonsense, but they so tough.
Right.
Let me see you get up in a brother's face from Crenshaw or Compton talking this mess.
That's right.
You're going to catch a beat down. You're going to get beat. First of all, your gun going to get taken away from you, and you're going to get beat out your clothes. They so tough. You know, they family, I'm telling you what I know. They are only tough when they in groups. But by themselves, oh, hi, how you doing? Have a great day.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or they want to talk to you and become your friend while you're riding on the train or while you're riding on the bus. Or when you're standing in Walgreens waiting for your prescription. And it's only one of them. Family, I could tell you a story. I'm going to give you the testimony one day of my brother-in-law whose name is Kenneth Lucas. Yes, I'm talking about the Lucas. You know, a movie was made about him called American Gangster from Greensboro, North Carolina. My brother-in-law happens to be his nephew. My brother-in-law's mother is Frank Lucas' sister. I'm going to give you a testimony one day about when we was down in North Carolina and two skinheads had the nerve to, they didn't sit right next to my brother-in-law, but they sat like one thing over in the mall, in the food court. And I'm going to tell you what happened, because it's very interesting what happened when my brother-in-law made eye-to-eye contact with him. Very interesting. But anyway, I'm going to play this video.
They would think very carefully before they made decisions. So that's really what it's about.
If you are a business owner and you are being harassed, you're being threatened by any agency, you're going to call the phone number that we posted earlier. The California militia will be at your place of business. If they come there, we will be there to meet them. The governor is now at this point putting his own agents that work for him and in the worst and most dangerous of situations, where they are pitting them against good patriots that are willing to.
Them, you know what? These European Americans that are white supremacists, white nationalists, militia groups, them calling themselves patriots, that's a joke.
Right.
It is a joke, because a patriot, a real patriot, a man who is a man or woman who served in the military in this country, they swore to protect everybody.
That's right.
Not just one particular group and race of people. And I'm going to tell you what's happening, family. The reason why they are freaking out more now than ever before, I don't know how many of y'all was paying attention when the United States Census report came out. Shall we talk about that, Jada? Yes, we shall.
I think we should.
Let's talk about it, family. When the report came out from the United States Census Bureau, it was all over the news for about a week, because European Americans that live in America, they were freaking out.
Sure were.
Because more biracial children between white and black people was born in the last decade than ever before in the history of this country. That, you know what that means, family? That means that they didn't have European daddies.
That's right.
They daddies were not European. They were that melanated black man that you see that he be jogging in the park with no shirt on.
Mm-hmm.
Their daughters was looking, and they said, that's interesting. You know what I mean? And then 9 months later, a little child came out. These people not no patriots. No, don't be fooled by that. That's the facade that they use. Okay, I'm going to end this part right here, but I will be dropping the links for it. But family, now I want to show you something very interesting. And we're going to bring back brother Rashad Richey, because he's going to show you something very interesting right now. White supremacists, white nationalists going door to door like Jehovah's Witnesses do. Okay, come on. Let's get it. Let me just bring that up for you real quick. And we're going to end it on that. Okay, let me bring this video up for you guys. And you know what's so funny, family, what's so ironic is because they took something that they saw Jehovah's Witnesses doing, and they're doing it now. And family, believe it or not every white person, or should I say every European American, is closing the door when they come to them. Now, this happened to be captured on Ringtone. And I don't know if you know it, family, but Ring, they have a YouTube channel. See, you got to be careful about all this modern day technology.
Mm-hmm.
Because Ring has a YouTube channel where they show their customers videos from their houses. So you better be careful about putting all this modern day technology on your house, all these cameras. Family, let me tell you something. If you have a house, if you have a apartment building, in a job, when you a business, a place of business, when you get a camera system set up, get your own server. Get your own server and attach your cameras into your own server, family, because when you have your own server, that means you have to create an account on Google for it, and nobody can view your cameras unless you have given them the sign in and the passcode. That's the only way they can see it. That means that if you have the ringtone on your house, if you go out and you buy your own server and you attach the ring wires into your own server, that means that only you can view the footage that's on your camera is displaying. Ring will not have any access to it.
Wow.
But I want you to keep in mind that Ring has a YouTube video. The Ring, they have a YouTube video. So let's see what the Ring captured. Let's see.
Can I help you? Good afternoon. We are white nationalists, and we're going around hoping to talk to people about some things white people in the United States. I hope just to have a few minutes to talk about that. Did you say you're a white nationalist?
We're not interested, thank you.
No worries. Ma'am, do you think we could leave a flyer for you? Hey, you have a good day. Thanks for your time.
Now, isn't that interesting, family? Isn't that interesting?
That's very interesting.
Now, I want to say to these European Americans that denied them, they're non-racist. Because if they were racist, they would have took that information. They would have opened up that door. And I'm telling you, family, not everybody is closing the door. Not every European American is closing the door when they are coming to the door. And they're doing this around the country. And they are recruiting. And they are gaining some members. And they're using the same thing that what the white militia did, the white supremacists, white nationalists did in California. They're masking it. It's a facade. They want them to, first they start talking to them about wearing a mask. Then they start talking to them about the vaccines. And then when they finally get them, then they reveal their true intentions, that they are white supremacists. But they done got the people worked up. So, sorry, Jada, what was you going to say?
No, I said exactly. That's exactly what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. And they done got the people so worked up that they believe they hype. And they wind up joining their organization, and then they go to a meeting and they find out, these European Americans, they go to the meeting and they find out, wait a minute, this is not about no mask. This is not about no mandate. This is not about no vaccine. This is about racism.
Right. That's right.
But I wanted you to see that stuff, family. And now I'm gonna stop the videos now. I done showed you the videos. I'm gonna drop all the links so you guys can check out what we was talking about on here, or you can just go back and watch the video and get the title, the name of the newspaper, the news station, and the channels that I got this from, family. You need to be aware of what's going on, and you need to prepare.
That's right.
You know, we have a lot of our brothers and sisters that are scared to rock that metal. And I'm going to say it again. You're scared to rock that metal. But for the safety of, and you know what I'm talking about, for the safety of you and your family, you better learn how to rock that metal.
That's right.
You better know how to rock that metal and pop off a hot shot if need be.
That's right.
And I'm going to say this to my brothers and sisters that live. You thought that by you moving out of the Black community, you was upgrading. And then you got off into European Americans community, and you saw that, oh, wait a minute, they're not so friendly. You done found some colorful words written on your garage door, or you done found a noose hanging from the tree, or maybe a doll attached to that noose that's hanging from a tree. Or you done got letters in the mail. We all done seen it on the news and YouTube videos of it. You better get yourself back into your community amongst your own people. Why you want to move out of a community where your brothers and sisters are, go out there in the suburbs or in the boonies or wherever they at and live amongst them, and you receiving death threats? Why you doing it? You know what? Why don't you invest in the Black community in the city that you live in? Maybe it wouldn't look so run down and beat up if you invested in your community and you cared about the children that are in the community. Maybe it wouldn't be so beat up if you took yourself. You know what? Let me tell you something, family. The biggest lie that was ever told to the Black community is your vote don't matter. Now, on the presidential level, your vote does not matter. But on the local level, you better believe your vote matters, because if your vote didn't matter, how are these white nationalists, white supremacists, militia groups, how was they able to take over a whole county with multiple townships in that county? Black people didn't get out and vote.
Exactly.
And because they didn't get out and vote on the local level, now you saw it for yourself. They telling you to get out. They telling you they don't want you there. I posted a video on my Facebook page where the white supremacist who was a part of the Proud Boys, he told the man, he said they was having a town hall Zoom meeting, and he told the Black man on the Zoom meeting, he said, "Bro, I'm coming for you, bro. I'm coming for you, bro." He said that on a public platform, and then they played it on the news, the local news. You better wake up, family. And with that, Jada, do you have anything to say to people? Because I think what you say is very important.
I appreciate it, but everything that needed to be said was said. So that was great.
I just want to make you aware of it, family, because I love you so much. I want to make you aware of what's going on. Please prepare, because now that they don't won this county in California, you heard them say that they're spreading out. They're going to take over California. And now that they don't won these elections and their people are in power in that county, guess who else now is starting to do it? He's starting to implement exactly what they did. Oh, Mr. Governor himself of Florida. He is doing the same thing, same playbook of what they did in California. And he got old money. He got old white supremacist money backing him to do it. Please wake up, family, and prepare. And with that, I'm going to tell you I love you, and I'm going to tell you shalom, and I'm going to tell you on Monday, I have an upcoming video, family, where I'm going to be addressing a couple of things that you guys need to be made aware of. And then on the latter part of the week, we're going to get into Shem, and I'm going to show you who Shem's descendants are and where they went to. Not just the ones who turned into Hebrew Israelites later on, but I'm going to show you Shem's other descendants. And on that note, family, I want to tell you I love you. I love all non-racist white people. All European Americans who are non-racist, I love you. I don't have nothing against you until you draw on me.
Right.
And when you draw on me, you better come prepared. Because I'm not going to say that. No. I'm not going to say that, Jada. I'm not going to say that. I'm ready for you. Let me put it that way.
We ready.
Like the gangster rappers in Chicago say, they're going to roll you up and smoke you. Jay, you got anything you want to say to people? Hey, didn't Mordecai, I got a right to stand my ground. Didn't Mordecai say, arm up Israel on a certain day?
That's what he said.
Mordecai told Israel to arm up and prepare for war.
That's right. That's right.
All right, Jada, go ahead and say what you got to say to people. Happy weekend, everybody. Go ahead, Jada.
Happy weekend. Shalom, everybody.
And I want to prepare. Exactly. And I want to say, shalom, Brother Dreadlock. Shalom to you.
Bye, Will.
I see you, Patricia. Shalom, sis. How you doing? I see you, Miss Beautiful. And shalom to you, Brother Dreadlock Will. All right, family. Bye-bye.
Shalom, everybody. Bye-bye.